Glow ups. It seems like they're everywhere on the internet, and with summer approaching, maybe you decided that you needed a glow up for this summer. But in this video, we're not going to be focusing on glowing up overnight, but instead we're going to talk about life-changing, consistent habits and mindset shifts so that we're not glowing up for just one day, but we're going to glow up for the rest of the summer and even the rest of our lives. I used to look like this. I used to be way heavier than I am right now. I used to have horrendous skin, but the most important part was the differences in mindsets that I have and how I feel from before and now. The difference is crazy. Now I feel so hopeful. I feel way more confident, and of course I still struggle with some things now, but there's so many things that I learned along my glow up journey that has been able to help me become who I am and to help me continue to grow throughout my life. Kind of feels like we have a cozy slumber party vibe going on. But my name is Rebecca, and if you're new here, I like to make videos and aesthetic vlogs about healthy habits and consistent routines so that we can all become our best selves together. I think that the term glowing up has been super trendy, and on some ways I can understand how it is toxic and how it kind of values materialistic things on the outside and your outer appearance more so than some of like important things on the inside. I think that a true glow up comes with consistent routines. First, let's talk about consistency. Consistency is so important because it's those small steps every single day that make that huge difference and that huge change. Let me tell you, my glow up did not come instantly, but we need to be able to find a daily routine for our healthy habits that create the least amount of friction within our lives. We don't want to feel like our habits are just a long list of chores, but instead we want to be able to do it automatically as soon as we wake up and before we go to bed. So if there's anything that I want you guys to keep in mind within this entire video, it's that glowing up is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And to trust in the process, because with enough dedication and repetition, results will come. It's just that they don't come right away. Trust in the process, but most importantly, trust in yourself. Okay, so where do we actually start? What habits actually make a difference in your life, both with our physical health and our mental health? One of the most biggest things that literally affects everything else within your life is sleep. So let's start there. Sleep is so important, and there's so much science to back that up. No matter who you ask, everyone will tell you that sufficient, consistent, and high quality sleep is indispensable to our overall well-being. From a meta-analysis in the Sleep Medicine Reviews, we know that lack of sleep affects almost everything about our lives, from our mood to our brain power to our long-term physical health outcomes, our immune system, and even our ability to regulate our emotions. There's really no aspect of our life that sleep doesn't touch, so any glow-up routine is going to start with doing our best to go to bed at a reasonable time every day, making sure that we wake up at nearly the same time every day and get enough sleep with our bodies. And I know that we all have different lives and different obligations that will sometimes get in the way of this. Having enough sleep is definitely a privilege. The message is just that if you can maintain a regular sleep schedule, you almost always should prioritize that. Nothing beats the feeling of fresh bed sheets. You guys know how much sleep means to me, so it's really important to invest in bed sheets that will last a long time and that are very comfortable. Brooklinen is a luxury bed sheets company that creates high quality goods that elevate your home. I've seen Brooklinen in so many people's videos and they've always looked so comfortable every single time, so I've wanted to try them forever. I just put on these sheets and they feel really comfortable and I can't wait to use them tonight. If I were to describe them to a friend, I would say they feel like nothing that I've ever had before. They feel extremely soft and kind of silky and definitely high quality. Recently, I've upgraded my bedroom and my bed frame to fit my current style, and I feel like the brooklinen sheets match it perfectly. My sheet is called the Luxe Hardcore Sheets Bundle, and if you buy it in a bundle you can save 20% off, which includes extra pillowcases. So I got 4 pillowcases, a core sheet set, and also the duvet cover. It features a luxurious 480 thread count. You can also mix and match from 20 different colors and patterns that suit your style, so it's very convenient to just order it online. Whether you've been a long time brooklinen supporter or if this is your first time hearing about them, this is a perfect time to head over to brooklinen to take advantage of their 10-year anniversary sale. All items are 25% off site-wide and up to 45% off bundles up until May 6th. It's their biggest sale of the year, so you do not want to miss out. I'm so excited for you guys to try these sheets. They really feel amazing. Alright, next up on the list is exercise. I think that sometimes online you can see people pumping weights in the gym, waking up at 5 a.m. and going on like a 20-kilometer run, and then we look at exercise and we think, oh my god, this is so scary, it's so unachievable. I sometimes think that way too. Like, I get really shy when I run outside, or I'm too scared to book a Pilates class. But exercise doesn't have to be limited to those things. Exercise can be things like just going on a walk on a treadmill, being able to play sports with friends. Just getting your body moving is better than having no movement at all. Plus, there's such a long list of scientifically backed research that shows that exercise is so good for our physical and our mental health. For example, in the Journal of Behavioral Sciences, exercise, especially regular exercise, has been found to boost your mood and lower your stress, help with your cardiovascular health, and of course helps with your sleep as well. I think that it's so fulfilling to see the progress of your work over a really long time and to see those incremental results put together every single day, and it's so nice to be able to appreciate these results of your lasting dedication, discipline, and consistency. And remember to stretch as well. My favorite stretch is this 5-minute morning stretch by Maddie Morrison. I feel like you guys have seen it a billion times already. Some of my favorite exercise YouTubers are Growing Ananas and Natasha Ocean. She is so inspiring. There's also the Nike fitness training app. There's also this app that has really great exercises like Copilot. So those are some suggestions for applications, and as well as some different YouTubers that you can watch that has really great workouts in my opinion. Let's talk about what ingredients work in your skincare routine. I know that there's so many different skincare products out there, and sometimes gets really confusing. Like, am I really supposed to put on 20 different products every single day? Everybody's skin types are different, so it's definitely not one size fits all. But some of my favorite products that have worked within my own personal skincare routine, and I actually see that they're working. The first one is vitamin C serum. It's been scientifically proven to fight free radicals. It has antioxidants, and it just makes your skin a little bit more glowy. You have to be very consistent with it though. Secondly, having your skin moisturized. Honestly, I think this makes the biggest difference, because when my skin is dry, it looks dead. It has like fine lines on it, but when I hydrate from the inside and drink a lot of water, but also apply a lot of really great moisturizers, it always looks much more plump. It looks so much better, especially in the winter time. Now, thirdly, this is really important, and it is sunscreen. I like to use a mineral-based sunscreen, and sun damage has been known to cause the majority of premature aging. Not to mention, it fights against skin cancer, and it's just really important to apply it every morning, and if possible, reapply it during the day. But honestly, like, I really don't do that, but I probably should. I think that out of all of the skincare products, those would be the ones that I would start with. Watch some other types of videos to see what skincare products and ingredients work for you. Now that we have a solid foundation with some of our healthy habits, let's talk about how we can glow up internally as well. Not just how others perceive us, but how we feel about ourselves, how we deal with the difficulties and the challenge of our own lives. Number one, let's start with journaling. I've been journaling literally since I could write. I remember I still have my journals from when I was 5 or 6 years old, and I would love reflecting about the day and just talking about my mind and what's been going on. And it's so helpful to just jot everything down without any judgment. It allows us to reflect and have some introspection into why some of these things in our lives are happening right now, and is there anything that we can do to fix it. And it just forces us to slow down in this world where we're constantly pressured to do the next thing or be productive and be motivated and always do a bunch of things. Journaling really helps us to sit down and just take a breather. Sometimes when we keep our anxieties in our head, it can make us have toxic thoughts or have harmful negative self-talk. I sometimes have anxiety about the worst case scenarios, even though there's like a literally 0% chance of that actually happening, but I can't help it. Being able to write that all down and just alleviate that from inside of my brain just makes my brain a little bit of a better place to be. The next step, and this one is so important, is to deal with the jealousy and self-limiting beliefs. For so much of my teenage life, and I'm 23 now, by the way, and even sometimes now, I've struggled a lot with jealousy. I mean, it's really difficult to look on social media and see a lot of people doing a lot of amazing things, and that can make me feel unsatisfied with my life or behind in life. It sometimes makes you feel like I made the wrong decisions in my life too, and just some stuff I can't control, like the way that I look or the way that my face is shaped or anything like that. But I eventually realized that I was drawing the wrong lesson. The real problem was I was spending so much time focusing on other people's lives that I wasn't focusing enough on the positive aspects of my own life. There is so much in life to be grateful for, and just being able to reflect on that, having two eyes so that I can see, being able to hear things, being able to feel things, see things, touch things, taste, those are all amazing things to be grateful for each and every single day, and it just makes me feel a lot better. I also like to take that energy that whenever I see somebody and I start to feel myself being jealous of them, I sit and reflect. I'm like, why do I feel this way? I shouldn't feel this way, and instead use them as a motivation to go towards some of my own goals that I have. There's honestly no use in putting other people down just to bring yourself up. You've got to level up yourself. At the end of the day, just focus on yourself and what you can control. And then let's talk about some of our limiting beliefs. So there's sometimes boxes that we place inside of our heads that we really can't get out of. For example, one thing that I tell myself so much is that I am so shy, or I am bad at that, and I'll always be that way. But that's not true. It's our thoughts that make us lose even before we started in the first place. So we have to stop our limiting beliefs, and whenever we hear ourselves tell ourselves this in our heads, let us stop and say, that's not true. I can do anything that I set my mind to. Sometimes we can really be our own worst enemies. What do you think some of your own limiting beliefs are? Write them down below, and then afterwards, I want you guys to write something that suppresses those limiting beliefs. Throughout your whole entire glow up journey, I want you guys to avoid being too hard on yourself whenever things don't go to plan. Bad days are inevitable, and if we kick ourselves when we're down, that won't do us any good. My tip is I try not to miss 2 days in a row, because while breaking one day is definitely inevitable, we don't want it to feel like we're breaking a streak. So remind yourself that even if you break one day out of 10, that's still a 90% success rate, and that's something to be proud of. Hey Siri, how many days are left until summer? There is 54 days left until summer, and no matter who you are, I want you guys to remember that you You have so much potential within yourselves, and I know that all of our circumstances and our privileges are extremely different. Control what you guys can, make do with all of the opportunities that come in front of you. And with these 2 months left, let's try to glow up mentally and physically together. You guys can join my group chat on Instagram at RebeccaJ111, and also my Discord group if you would like to stay accountable and join a very positive and encouraging community. I hope you guys have the best day ever. Bye.